All right. Just making sure everything is golden there. And here we are in the top left-hand side of the map, representing Brave Star Gaming. It is Dream.
And in the bottom right, you know him and you love him. He is Rogue. One of the elite Korean Zerg players in the world today.
Yeah, arguably Rogue has got to be the most successful Zerg. Like
I think so.
Some people might argue that Dark is better, but as far as money goes, Rogue's won the most. So
I mean, he won BlizzCon last year, and he won GSL Season 2 this year.
And didn't he like win IEM at one point as well, or something?
Yes, TvZ in March.
Yeah, those two big uns, that's a lot of cash that Rogue has earned himself.
So he's having a pretty good year, is what we're learning right now.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, and Rogue is just like the most casual victor in the world. Somnicrom saying in chat,
oh, right.
Dark is the current world champ, not Rogue. Yes, Dark will forever be the world champ. But Rogue's won more money, so...
There you go.
I honestly would agree with the sentiment, like, that I think Dark on his best day looks a little bit more terrifying, but then Rogue's had the complete raw results. Like,
yeah, just consistently better finishes.
Like, you can't argue with him winning, like, the GSL, and then BlizzCon, and then just gosh knows what else. So,
right.
Like, let me pull up his Wikipedia here. It's a big list. Yeah, so he won the 2 GSLs, Super Tournament, WCS, TvZ, IEM, and a whole lot of other stuff in there too. And look at the build we got coming out of Dream. A little bit of a 2-on-1.
Yeah, for sure. Look at this. Not the standard 1-on-1 that we see so many times in this matchup. Huh. So aggressive play from Dream to open up against Rogue, which I cannot blame him for. Rogue's late game ZVT is super terrifying. And if you can kill a Zerg fast, you better do it. Yeah, I just rewatched the Clem versus Cyril series from DreamHack Fall.
Okay.
And yeah, that was it. Like, Clem got these wins in games that were over before 10 minutes. Then he did. He took like 3 games to 2. He won the series, but anytime the game got over like 12 to 15 minutes, like, that was Cyril's game to win. So, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of where we are. There are definitely games that I've seen where Terran players have won longer macro-style games, but it feels like your best chance is going to be earlier here rather than later.
Yeah, against someone like Rogue, you never really know what you're going to get, because he is very much a flavor of the week kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like, whatever he thinks good at the moment, he's going to play it. He's going to play it very darn well. As far as his actual scouting and build goes, though, this game he's rather in the dark. That being said, he has thrown up a Roach Warren as he's getting up his 3rd hatchery, so he's got that for safety. He's maybe feeling something's a little bit off with, of course, the lack of a Reaper coming out of Dream, so he can get out that max Roach production. And he is firing up 8 Roaches. He's got 6 Lings on the way too. Is this just going to be Rogue's all-in hitting a 2-1-1?
It sure seems like it. I mean, that Roach production, that is way too many Roaches just for defense at this stage of the game, so he's moving across. No Banshees, unfortunately, for Dream, which is really good against this kind of thing. And he's making Metavacs, too. It's not going to be as good. But combat shields on the way. No siege tanks either, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah, this might just be a dead Dream.
That's true. Now, one of the things that happens to Terran all the time when they do this build, because often all-ins like this against a 2-on-1 are not scouted, is I'm worried that Dream's going to load up his Marines and do his 2 Medivacs as they pop, and the Terran is sometimes leaving their base right as the all-in's hitting.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that's going to happen. Otherwise, you can pull SCVs to buffer, and yeah, look at that. This happens every time that a Terran does a 2-on-1 against this all-in. Dream's going to turn around, but every second matters in a defense like this. And now Rogue's going to show up with a ton of units. Rogue's going to smile to himself seeing these Marines try and kill off his Overlord. Be like, oh, try and kill off my Overlord, why don't you? Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and crash into your wall and kill off everything you have. Dream has his Marines outside of the wall right now. He doesn't raise the depot in time. Oh no, he's pulling the SCVs, but a lot of his firepower is removed from the equation. Those medivacs are coming back home. This is almost certainly a defeat for the Terran.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a lot of dead SCVs already. Trying to unload from your medevac when there are already Lings here. There's so many Ravagers and a couple Roaches. The Ling count is insane. That handful of Marines is just not going to be enough here. Army supply 55 to 22. This much Zerg inside your main base usually means a GG, and at this point it's all done but the GG here.
Yeah, Stimmed Bio is amazing against this kind of composition, but the problem is Dream had lost most of his SCVs before these Marines came to reinforce, and so it's like he was fighting with one arm tied behind his back, and Rogue's got this without a doubt.
10 SCVs remaining. Like, Terran is a comeback race, but this is way too much. There is no comeback potential here whatsoever. So G1, pretty fast.
Very fast.
He's fighting hard. I get it. Like, Terrans will fight to the bitter end more than the other two races, I feel like. But there's no path. I don't like Dream's much better than I am, but I do not see a way ever to win this game. Look, that tank sets up, gets one shot off, and dies. Maybe that was it. He was waiting for the tank, and he's like, maybe the tank can save me.
All right. That happens so much whenever there is there's like a 2-1-1 against that all-in. It's the classic thing. It's like, oh no, he's gonna load up into his medivacs and then die, and then that happens exactly that.
It's a paper, rock, scissors. But on the other hand, if the Terran just blindly opens a couple Banshees, he's in a much better position.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Banshees, of course, put that all-in into a completely different position.
Yes.
But, it's just... Those two builds going up against each other, it's so funny, because if the Terran does, like, for whatever reason, delay lifting up their Marines...
then he's in a better position. But they always leave because that's the timing that you leave. Yeah. Incredible stuff. All right, so game 2 here is going to be on Pillars of Gold, which does not have any gold bases and is therefore false advertising. Well, let's see what Dream does here. I imagine... Boy, I don't know. What do you want to do here if you're Dream? Is Dream known to Proxy? I don't think I've cast a lot of his games.
Sometimes it seems that when he proxies, though, he's really phoning it in. So we'll see if that's what he's going to do this game, because he is indeed proxying.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So.
Okay.
In the bottom left, it's Rogue.
In the top right, at least 2 proxy barracks here is going to be Dream. Oh, maybe. Yeah, there we go. 2 SCVs are on their way out now.
Oh yeah, it's always the 2 proxy for Terran. And this is actually such a Dream thing to do. We've had him do this in TvZs before in Afreeca World. Which he'll just be like, oh yeah, just full send. There we go. He's got the 2 barracks on the way. The Roger Lord is scouting around. And oh my gosh, Rogue knows.
Oh, he found it.
He's got a billion IQ.
That's a cancel right there. That showed up fast enough. You're not completing either of these.
You underestimate my RNG, says Dream.
He's trying. Yeah. Oh no, maybe. I thought maybe he is sending more. Okay. So he's sending more drones. Yeah, 1 drone's gonna have a hard time with this, but he had enough time.
RNG is actually betraying it hard. But looks like one of them will finish up. Gets tucked into a nice safe spot. Dream did send extra SCVs to help out, so they're actually going to battle the drones, and things are going to get a little bit wacky, as the Marines, the Marines alone cannot fight the drones, but if that SCV came back to help out, it definitely could. And oh, look at that Marine positioning.
That's great, but they're not threatening Rogue from that position. Like, they can't get across the map at all there. If they want to... They can sit there and hide all they want, but that's not winning the game for Dream.
This is actually so wacky, because if we look at it, Rogue pulled 5 drones for quite a while against this, so this is going to impact his production. However, he does have 300 minerals. That's enough to make a good number of Lings, and he's already pulling the drones to help shut this down.
Yeah, this is a drone pull situation, and drones are faster than unupgraded Marines and hit them pretty hard too. Like drones, pretty good fighters against Marines here. Depends on the micro. We've seen some sick micro from Terrans in the past.
Yeah, and Dream's actually doing pretty good. He started backing the Marines away as soon as he saw those drones coming for him, so he's doing rather well with this. I mean, the Lings are out now, but the drones are also all out on the map.
Drones, come back! Help!
And there's a chance that this bunker's actually going to get up. No way. Does this work for Dream?
It finished, and it's full. Okay, almost full, but still. I don't know if you can repair through this. This is a lot of damage out, but more Lings are popping. That bunker is dead.
Yeah, but has the damage been done? I mean, Rogue's lost 10 drones to this.
He has.
Dream's up on workers by a healthy margin. Marines engaging the Queens isn't usually a good thing.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, every Marine that dies here is huge for Rogue. This might just be a game where damage is done and then Dream resets.
okay, another dead drone. That's really good for Dream. Every drone that he gets here is actually really darn good, and he gets another 3 there.
Okay.
Knocking Rogue down to 9 drones.
Yeah, so Dream at this point is like, all right, damage done. Let's make a couple more Marines. Is he still gonna... I don't know about sitting here, honestly.
Honestly,
Like this...
I think he's so far ahead, it doesn't even really matter what he does.
Well, but I guess the Marines do come out of a nice little safe gap there behind the barracks. Oh, boy. Yeah, you know what? This isn't an insta-win for this proxy, but you're right. Those Lings are not getting through that wall. Hellion production has begun. Rogue's just trying to reestablish his economy. He has no time to get speed or anything.
Yeah, Dream's...
He has no gas.
Dream's even a little scared of a counter Baneling bust or something, but Rogue can't even afford that.
No,
He's
he
just
has...
trying to get back up his drone count.
Yep, no gas income whatsoever. He pulled everybody off. I don't know if he ever mined any in the first place. He got the extractor, but never used it. Is he back up to 19? I mean, Zerg recovery is not bad either, but no!
All right, the proxy, I wouldn't say a Hail Mary, but the why not proxy works for Dream.
It sure did. And I think a huge part of that was that he set the barracks in a place where he had a nice little hidey hole. Which I mean, I'm aligned to that, right? I was like, that's not going to help you. But it did help keep the Marines alive until there were a bigger number of them. And they could start moving out. He had the bunker for approximately 10 seconds, but that was enough to kill a ton of drones. And then he was just too far ahead. It was 1 base versus 2 base. The army's just too much army for Dream. And that was that. So he ties it up against Rogue with the proxy, which, you know, it's a good tool to have in your back pocket against one of these Zergs. Samacron has the same response to both of these games, which is lol, what a game. Which is fair. Like, both of these games were kind of lulzy in their own way. The first two. So we're on a light shade for the next map.
We'll just make sure everyone's ready. And away we go, loading into the next one.
Light shade, not to be confused with nightshade.
Not to be confused. We did have a map called Nightshade.
Yes,
and I had a rooster growing up called Nightshade.
Oh. A rooster which behaved itself?
Absolutely not.
Ah.
Alright, in the bottom right-hand side of the map, we have got Dream.
I've heard roosters have behavioral problems. And in the top left, Red Zerg, Rogue.
I think it's quite literally in their DNA.
Yeah, fair.
And we've got Dream. He doesn't seem to have behavioral problems as he's being good and not proxying this game.
I don't know. I gotta feel pretty confident if you proxy, it gets scouted as early as it was scouted and you win anyway. Like, that's some cool stuff.
Yeah, that's just a little bit maddening for Rogue.
Yeah.
Like, he pulls the drones, like a good number of drones, 5 drones, but then he doesn't manage to actually kill the SCV. Since Dream had that perfect positioning, the Marine just pops it behind. So those 5 drones he pulled were basically useless. No better than pulling 2 drones. So that was sort of like the loss or the hit number 1 that he took. And then when Dream did come up that ramp and try and get established, Rogue pulled all of his drones. They sort of ended up running around the map Benny Hill theme style. And yeah, he was just looking real darn good. And oh boy, we have got Dream going for a 2-1-1 again.
Dream.
He's bringing it back.
It's weird for him to be like, what I'm going to do in this game is I'm going to do the thing that lost me game 1. That's what's going to do it for me here.
I just love the interaction, honestly, of the Terran doing the 2-1-1 against that Roach all-in. Because technically you've got everything you need to hold. Like, if you had the Marines on the ground, you pull the SCVs, they buffer, you kill off the Zerg army, then you go across the map and win the game. But
since you pick up and leave the house at the wrong time, you lose.
Yeah, like, even if the Terran, like, flies their medivacs over the army, they'll just be like, oh, turnaround time. But no, that's not the case at all, and so it's just well done by Rogue going for a cheeky build like that. The 33 drone-ish Roach Warren. Classic attack.
Yes. So good. So strong. But definitely holdable if done correctly.
If done correctly.
Alright, so Rogue's production tab, speed for Zerglings, third hatch, pretty standard, nothing crazy yet style stuff.
Still mining out of 2 gases.
Yeah. Or 2 drones anyway.
2 drones is correct, and that's where it goes into pneumatized carapace. Wants to know what's coming his way, and the scout timing for this is decent for the Zerg. Like, it'll be coming in around the time that the Terran will be getting ready to move out for the 2-1-1, like the starport.
Yeah, well, plus he's got Overlord speed, which is going to help immensely here.
Well,
so
yeah.
Without that, he's toast.
Although sometimes, even when the Zerg's got pneumatized carapace, there is so many Marines that they can still lose the Overlord too.
Sure, but it's a tell when there are so many Marines.
Like, it definitely gets the scout, but it's whether you get the scout and get out with the Overlord like you usually do with pneumatized carapace. But Rogue comes in, he sees the starport. Yeah. He's like, alright, trying this again, are you?
Yeah, time to make stuff. Immediately starts an evolution chamber.
Rogue says, I don't need 30 Zerglings, I don't need 34 Zerglings, I need the 32 Zerglings. That's pretty much what Zergs make like 90% of the time against this rush. Not that the 2-1-1's particularly a rush.
Right, but it's as, I mean, kind of rushy as builds get in 2020, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
Other than a proxy, like, this is as rushy as you're going to get. So here we go, 4:30, moving out, Carapace getting started. So useful against these Marines for your Lings. 18 Zerglings, 14 more.
Oh, there we go. And he's going to 28.
Okay.
And then he fires up more. He's going to 32.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, above and beyond 32.
All right. So Rogue saw it coming, prepared for it, got a bunch of Zerglings. Carapace is not going to be done at all for this attack.
Loses a queen. But, that's nice by Dream, picking that off.
Yeah. But, I mean, the longer you can just shove this away, the better time you're going to have. Dream, he's got a window here. He needs to get more damage done than that for this to be a success, and it's just not there. The longer he sits here healing, waiting for reinforcements, I think the worse it is for him. Rogue still working on that Carapace, getting a Baneling Nest, getting a lair here too. I don't know. I mean, he's not going to have access to any of that stuff.
Oh,
Relatively
grabbing
soon.
the queens. Oh my gosh.
Though.
3 queens just like that. Not bad at all.
That's huge. The queens are really important for trying to kill these medevacs, but unloading here, not great.
Oh, and that injured medivac gets picked off. That's good for Rogue.
The remaining queen avenges her sisters. Well done.
But yeah, getting those queens is pretty darn good for Dream. It's really gonna it's really gonna hamper the creep spread of Rogue.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, if you can't unload anywhere, it's hard to make something happen if you're Dream. You kind of got to feel bad for him here. These Lings are just shadowing me. Or he'll just let me unload right here, I guess. No, he won't.
Now,
right.
behind this, Dream should have a decent force getting started. He does have that third base on the way. He's got his 2-1 on the way as well, so going to have a significant upgrade lead this match.
But Rogue's got a macro hatch and a fourth base coming up before Dream's third base lands. I mean, Rogue is just ahead at this point. His Lings have that Carapace upgrade. I don't know.
I don't know if he's ahead. Like...
Not right now, but I think the fact that he's getting his fourth base as fast as he is huge. Like, standard timings,
7-minute fourth base? That's not super early, is it?
Well, I mean, compared to the timing for Dream, is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
Dream does have his third base landing now, though, so...
Yeah.
I don't know, I think Dream's done alright. Like, he's neither super far ahead nor super far behind. He's just going to be getting into the standard Terran stuff. Getting another drop-off in the main base. Picks up a few drones. Nicely done. This counterattack of Rogue, however, is very, very scary.
I mean, there's enough Lings out where this is a huge problem for your third base. Dream!
Yeah, poor Dream thought he was prepared for it by leaving a decent chunk of Marines there. He was not, as Rogue sent pretty much all of his Zerglings there.
Well, yeah, except, you know, the 12 that are in the main. He just has a lot of Lings, which he made to deal with his 2-1-1. And now, I mean, to be surprised there are this many Lings out is a little bit weird. I don't know. Widowmine's in production here. Drilling Claw is coming in. Widowmines do help against large numbers of Zerglings for sure. Like that hit, for example, but the tank is dead.
Yes, the tank is dead.
Let's say Spire on the way from Rogue because every Zerg player and every ZVT since the last 2 months has been going mutas against Terran.
Yeah, I don't know why Zergs decided to start doing this again, but...
No, like, there were no balance changes. Nothing happened. They're just like, mutas are awesome. And it's like, why? They're the same they've been for the last 2 years. Because what?
Because I said so, that's why.
Yeah, I want to know who the first one was. Who the first one was like, you know what's cool again? Mutalisks. And every Zerg's like, yeah! You think it was Cyril? That would make sense if it was him.
He was just using his godlike control, because I remember at the time being like, well, no other Zerg's doing mutas, but alright, Cyril's doing mutas, I guess.
No, you're right. I do remember it being Cyril before it turned into the meta for the matchup.
Then all the Zergs were doing really good with it, and then...
Yeah.
Or they were all like, I guess we'll brush up on our muta control.
Well, and what makes me laugh is this drop gets cleaned up pretty heavily, call that metafact, though. Oh, reinforcements have arrived, and this hatch is canceled or just killed straight up. That's fine.
Nicely done.
Dead hatch. What I've always thought funny is that Scarlet never went away from the muta. She just kept doing Ling Pain Ling Mutalisk for years and years after everybody else abandoned it.
Yeah. Whether that was a smart decision or not is questionable, but...
Yeah.
Oh, the Widowmines and the mutas getting real cozy.
Oh my gosh, that's the kind of thing Dream needed to happen to win this game.
Yeah,
right
that
there.
was big for Dream.
2 Widowmine hits on a flock of mutas is disastrous for those Mutalisks. Not pushing. I really feel like he could have pushed there, but better safe than sorry, I guess. Defend your third base, maybe try to set up a fourth. He's got missile turrets up. He's got Widowmines in production here. There you go. Trying to get that fourth base landed. Are the Mutalisks in the natural of Dream just leaving now? What is that?
It's a Widowmine drop, but a very ambitious one. Okay. It was a noble attempt.
And completely failed.
Yeah, trying to do a drop onto Zerg just la-di-da-di-dying over their creep is not a good move.
No. Okay, well, both players are not actually maxed out, but pretty close at the stage. They're both at a pretty good number of workers. Rogue's at 88 drones, which is exactly where he wants to live. Infestation Pit coming in, which is a huge deal. Anytime your enemy is going for this many Marines, which is exactly what Dream is up to, Ultras are going to be really good. So Marauder production has kind of begun, but no Liberators, no Ghosts at this point, none of the stuff you traditionally want to see against Ultras. And I would not be surprised if after the Hive completes, which does take some time, we'll see an Ultralisk Cavern here.
Yeah, right now we do see that Hive on the way. A few Spines on the way as well for Rogue. I love this. Even though Spines are garbage against Bio, he still went
Go garbage.
just for the pure buffering fact. Rogue's coming on in, crashing towards the third base of Dream. Trades out with a bit of bio. Keeping the Terran at bay for now, except Dream's actually pushed towards the left side. Gonna be grabbing this hatchery, it looks like. Maybe not.
No, the banelings, get out of there. Oh, the Marauder, final hit. Wow. Nice job, Dream.
Oh, no, that is not worth it, though, as all the medivacs get picked off on the way back.
Okay. Well, I was going to say maybe that's the equivalent of catching 2 Widowmines to your Mutaflock, but that's probably worse. That was brutal.
That's a lot worse. Now, we could be seeing Dream get some return damages. He's going for a Widowmine drop. 4
and no reaction. 10 drones is a good number of drones. Still at 79 is Rogue, and going to get a couple more and lose that medevac, likely. But 12 drones down, and Dream holds an attack. Well, the front door was open. These Lings are getting way too much damage. I love the burrow play there, too. Forcing Dream to use a scan to get rid of those. Thor, no! Thor isolated and killed. That's how you kill Thors. Get them alone. All right. Well, Ultralisk Cavern on the way. 72 Lings in production. Adrenal glands. And how many Lings do we have right now, my friends? 76. With 16 more on the way. So we're going to have 80 Zerglings in this game, which is banana pants.
Yeah, and
I mean,
another
Widowmine drop.
That's another thing. Terran's just decided to start dropping mines against Zerg.
Yeah, it's good. I don't think it's a bad thing.
No, it definitely ain't.
Muta's just living inside Dream's main base, causing huge problems. Friendly fire splash on those Widowmines, not ideal. Banelings ignoring the Marauders entirely, trying to get into that third base mineral line, but the advance warning is here, and okay, all those Banelings died. 5 SCVs went down as well. Could have been worse. Dream manages to get out of there without too much damage and chasing the Mutas out of the main base again.
Yeah, Rogue's just buying himself so much time is the thing, though.
Yes, he is. Yeah, no, the Ultras are going to show up and with chitinous plating and the upgrades, and there's Dream's not going to be able to do much about that.
Yeah, I mean, the Terran player is getting maxed out, so while he has been on the back foot a bit, there is potential for him to make something happen with, like, a big push or whatever down the line, as, yeah, like, army supply-wise, he's up 40 because Rogue's doing that Zerg thing, which you're really high on drones. And what's Rogue's Baneling count? It's 15, adding on another 18, so it's not that ridiculous amount of Banelings that will clear any Terran army. So there is real potential here for Dream to make a push. Not that it's going to be easy, as he is going to have to push across a lot of creep, as Rogue has spread that very well, despite losing some of his queens from the very get-go of the game. He's made sure to get that creep going again.
There's really nowhere that Dream can advance on a hatchery without walking over creep for some amount of time.
Yeah, it looks like he does pick the left top here, though. All the while,
there's just... The Mutaflock is just too much.
Yeah, this is the I do what I want amount of mutas. Like, they will kill off buildings, they will kill off small armies.
Turrets are no match.
No, turrets are comical against this many mutas.
Yeah. Oh, bit of a trap here. Yeah. Small trap, nothing crazy. That turret is dead. And here comes...
Yeah, Dream is really, really trying.
Yep. But Rogue has so many bases and so much of the map, and the creep spreads nuts, and he has the Mutaflock that just can't really be removed at this point. Unless he flies over like 2 to 4 Widowmines carelessly, which can happen. Yeah. It does happen even to the best ones.
Or engages into the Thors. I do love the fact that Dream is throwing up CCs for days, though. He's being kept back at home, so he's like, I guess I'll build more command centers? Because yeah,
never bad to have too many command centers.
It's never a bad thing.
Right.
And I really do love the fact that Dream's realizing that he can't push out and is doing that. Like, he has been pinned on his side of the map for, I don't know, the last 5 minutes or so before like getting remotely near a base. So I do love the fact that he is kind of just turtling up, building more CCs. Like, I would even love to see him throw down like 1 or 2 more or get up some extra factories or more barracks even at this point, because he is building up that larger Terran bank, which isn't super common for this stage of the game to have such a bank. But we do take a look. Dream is mainly just staying on top of it, staying home with his army for now. Trying to deal with these pesky mutas.
God, I got a factory, and now they're getting a couple barracks. It's just reducing Dream's production. Oh, attack up towards the north there. Banelings crashing through. Thor survives the attack.
Yeah.
I think that was a pretty decent defense out of Dream.
Yeah, that was a good trade for Dream. Rogue trading away an Ultra and some Banelings for not too much there, I don't think.
A couple supply depots, maybe a bunch of Marines, but the Thor survived, and that was nice. He's even repairing it, because good job, Dream. All right. Oh, a couple mutas get removed from the game there. Man, the tissue regeneration from mutas in the Heart of the Swarm campaign is insane. Like, you think it's good in the ladder? It's crazy good in the campaign.
Oh, yeah. Well, they nerfed it on the ladder, didn't they? Or was
I don't think it was ever
they just nerfed
that
the roach?
good. They nerfed the roach regen when they're burrowed. I think tissue
Yes.
regeneration has pretty much been the same since it was introduced.
Is it still the same? I thought they reduced it by, changed it from like 3x to like 2x, but I could be mistaken on that.
Let's find out.
Because mutas were pretty quick in the past too, but maybe I'm mistaken.
There have been no patches in Legacy of the Void for mutas. See, which is nuts. Planetary down.
Wow, really? No patches for the mutas? They are a pretty good,
Not
pretty well-balanced unit.
Yeah, for 5 years, no patches for
Well
the
done,
muta.
Blizzard.
Seriously. So, what they did is introduce regeneration in Update 9 back in 2012 for Heart of the Swarm, and yeah, regeneration rate increased from 0.27 to 1. And that was it. It's,
Oh, wow.
It has been that since 2012. But yeah, in the campaign it's faster. Like whatever they did there, it's it's the campaign. It's supposed to be fun. Trying to get this planetary, but I don't think there's enough here. Ultra down, Banelings down. Nice pull of the SDVs. This is a great game, honestly. Dream is stabilizing.
He's got up that base. He's still got
ghosts.
Decent
Making ghosts.
mining, and yeah, making the ghosts
That's huge.
is something. Seeing as how the Zerg player isn't going into like Broodlords or Infestors or whatever, which is usually what makes Terran uncomfortable in the late game. So if the Terran's just like, yeah, I'll sit back and let the Zerg attack into me, and all I got to do is defend and trade positively for a long time, then eventually I win the game.
Yeah, it's just a game of trades at that point. You don't really have to move across the map and kill the Zerg. There have been plenty of ZBTs wherein the Terran never did that. Oh, Widow Mines! Oh, that's another good Widow Mine hit right here.
Oh,
yep.
Yes, it is.
Big one. Banelings trying to do what they can. That Ultra
hitting a Thor.
Thor survives! Oh, it's alive with like 2 HP.
Yeah. The resources lost tells a bit of a story right now, but Dream has got to weather the storm for quite a while longer if the game's going to continue like this, as Rogue still has a 6k bank. He's still mining at an incredible rate. And the Terran player is hanging on, but it's not super comfortable for him, seeing as how he is defending the space, but it is just an orbital command as the TF was killed.
Yeah. He's got enough defense there to keep it alive, though. The Mutaflock continuing. Oh, Ghost pick off. Nice. 33 mutas have died, and there are 19 remaining. So he's done a good job killing mutas. The flock is not nearly as big as it was. I love Call Me Topin in chat. Dream's defense is godly. 4 seconds later. Or maybe Rogue's attacks are bad.
I'd say Dream's doing a pretty good job of defending, but yeah, Rogue isn't approaching this like, say, maybe a Zerg like Serral would. Rogue is one of the Zergs who will just throw units at the opponent until they eventually die.
Yep. Yeah, so I mean, for all the barracks that mutas have killed today, Dream just keeps replacing them. Like he doesn't.
How many barracks have died? 3 barracks, a factory, 29, 30 turrets. And add another planetary to that as Rogue just wiped this base.
Okay, that might... I mean, it's a good number of Marauders here. The Thor's going to get some damage on before he gets killed. The kiting needs to be excellent. There's the steady targeting. And now the Ultras are done. They're dead. That's it, man. Steady targeting snipe comes in.
Well, there we go. Muta's back into the main base.
Yeah, Rogue's like, you can't really be in two places at once right now, can you?
Just making Terrans hate life. It's like that, but I was just defending the north, and now you're in the south. That's not fair. Ghost getting sniped off by Rogue's excellent muta control, as the Terran player is holding on, but for how much longer, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, the Widow Mines are keeping these Lings at bay for sure. So hold on, Aki says there has been a change in tissue regeneration. Where did you see that? Because there are no patch changes for Mutas in Legacy of the Void, and I looked at all the patch changes for Heart of the Storm. You need to find me that information. Where did you get that? Because Liquipedia doesn't seem to have it.
Is he talking about the campaign?
Oh. Oh, campaign.
Alright, Muta's just flying over, sniping off Ghost, not without a care in the world, seemingly. Dream's holding on, he's still playing very cost-efficient against this. But the swarm is real right now.
Banelings just dying to Widow Mines. More Banelings wandering in here, not a care in the world. You can kill us with Widow Mines if you want, it doesn't matter.
Rogue just doesn't give a hoot.
No. Dream is just slowly bleeding out here is what it is.
Alright, Ghosts come in, they're gonna try and save the PF, but it does die. And yeah, there is just so much Zerg. The classic 1-2 punch to death is what's happening right now to Dream.
I mean, Rogue's creeping up on losing 50,000 resources, but he does not care.
Doesn't matter, he's mining from one of Dream's bases.
Yeah, that's huge. Taking this base is really nice for the Zerg.
That's a feels bad for the Terra.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but without that, though, then Dream's just even. So it's almost like Rogue needs to take that if he's going to win it. It's not like a dunk. It's just, I need that to win the longer the game goes on.
Like, if in some reality Dream manages to hold on for the next 5 minutes, then maybe he's got a chance. But I'm honestly having doubts. Like, he's mainly just got Marines now, it seems. He doesn't have a ton of mines or anything in his army. He's been losing Ghosts, which is evening up the resources lost.
The Widow Mines aren't getting hits off because there are... Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say the muta control is good enough that wasn't happening. Okay, this feels like our death push right here. Maybe up a ramp, though, not a good idea. Rogue does not care, and there it is. Yeah, called it. All right.
Okay, good attempt by Dream, but Rogue is looking real good.
Yes. Super, super good. Not a care for his units like other Zerg players have, but it doesn't matter. It just has enough stuff and putting enough pressure on the Terran that I don't know that Dream ever really crossed the halfway point of that map for the last 7 or 8 minutes of that one. Did he? Am I misremembering? He was just defending the whole time.
He was just endlessly chasing his tail.
Yeah, that's a bad feeling. I hate games like that. Just, if you just defend, you feel like you're doing all right, but then like the other player's expanding a million times and death. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. Please use the Matcherino codes. It's AW65. Matcherino link up there above chat. Just copy paste it into your browser. You can get there. And the Matcherino link with the AW65 is just throwing free 50 US cents at these players. If you all do it, that's a good chunk of change. So use those until the coupons are gone. You know, please donate as well. The money goes directly to the players. It doesn't go to us. So feel free to check them out. You can also get a replay pack of the replays from the series if you donate at the $5 level.
Yes, $5.
$5. Okay.
$5.
Cool.
Probably a much better way to spend $5 than on like this overpriced Starbucks coffee or something.
Oh, definitely.
All right. And now here we are. He tried to weather the storm, but he couldn't in the last game. It's Dream.
And in the top right, it's Rogue. Here on Oxide.
I'm feeling a Hellbat push from Dream this game.
Can be pretty good.
Whenever you need a win, Terrans just break open the glass case that says Hellbat push on it and just When in doubt. Old reliable.
Yeah, that was one of the games that Clem took off Cyril and DreamHack Fall was Cyril just went for a Spire timing that Clem recognized there was a window there. There was a window where there wasn't much, and he just Hellbat Marined it and just won because Cyril was just vulnerable for about like 30 seconds. It was crazy how good it was. Clem's nuts. He's a great player. I like Clem a lot.
Yeah, and I definitely think that Rogue could be susceptible to a push like that. I mean, Hellbat pushes are one of those builds, kind of like the 2-Racks in a sense, in which it's like, if the Terrans do it too much, then the Zergs predict it and they err on the side of caution. But lately there hasn't been that many Hellbat pushes, so we have been seeing Terrans sneak one in here and there. And so,
right.
Yeah. It's always good to bust out. And in a best of 5... I wouldn't say like every best of 5 do it as a Terran, but maybe like 1 out of 3 best of 5s if we see a Hellbat push. I think the odds are pretty good of it doing something.
So it's always in the back of the mind of the Zerg, but not so much they can just prepare for it constantly.
All right. Look at this. Dream going for the 2-Racks play once again. He likes his 2-1-1 as an opening.
He does. I don't... He has lost the 2 games. He's opened 2-1-1 in this series. Just saying.
Yeah, the last one was a little bit closer.
It was.
But you are right about that. And I know that you already mentioned him, Clem. I remember actually watching Clem do this. It was probably like 2 years ago at this point. He was kind of doing 2-1-1s more than the average Terran. And he would just throw up a 3rd CC, get his 1-1 going up as a follow-up. So later than a normal 3cc Terran build, but then with a strong enough macro follow-up that it did lead into more even games.
Right. Clem's been having a good year too. I would not mind inviting him to an Afreeca.
Yeah, the European ones are kind of oddly timed for me because I'm usually asleep then.
Right.
So I definitely do want to do a European one because some of my favorite players are European.
Or even just inviting Clem to one of these. Like, I know the
like
timing is
4
weird.
a.m. in Europe right now.
He's young. He doesn't need sleep.
I don't know. I think he's probably that big enough of a player that he's like, you're gonna have to up that prize pool quite a bit more if I'm gonna get out of bed at 4 a.m. to play.
Nah. What has he won, honestly? Too big for his britches if that's the case.
No, it actually happens. Like, we had Cyril in an Afreeca world.
Yeah.
Before he was Cyril.
And that's what I'm saying. Clem's not Clem yet.
Yeah, but he's at that skill level.
I mean, he is. Like, he's doing great stuff. He's getting 2nd and 3rd places in premier tournaments. This year, he's got, like 4 2nd or 3rd finishes in 2020 in premier tournaments, which is amazing. And then he's got a ton of 1st place finishes in like minor and things. I don't know. I just don't know. I wouldn't be big timing people if I was him at this point, but maybe I would. It's hard to know. Anyway, yeah, I like what Clem's done. I kind of feel bad for him because Raynor really overshadowed him last year because he was the new young hotness. But like what Clem has done in 2020 is it is too hard to ignore. He's been incredible.
Yeah, I see. I apologize. It's been a while since I've pronounced your name, Ganoy. I feel like that's not right. But he's saying Clem has played in an NA ESL Weekly Cup before. Yeah, but those start at 4, whereas these start at 7. And so doing the Korea versus EU thing, you kind of got to hit that time, which it's late in Korea, and then it's early. Or, yeah, it's late in Korea, it's like noon in Europe, and then it's like 4, 5 a.m. in NA, which is where we are, so. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
But who knows? We'll see. It definitely is good to have a variety.
Yep.
All right, now Dream just has been making Marines for the most part.
Yes.
And he's got Medivacs to back him up, and now Rogue hasn't been making Banelings.
Marine is good unit, but Zergling pretty good unit too. And
This is actually one of the
Medivacs.
most bizarre trades I've seen in a while.
Medevacs get picked off. There's one remaining, but I'm not sure she wants to be here, and she's dead. And
That was literally just Marines against Lings.
I mean, the queens too.
Yeah, okay, Queens were there too.
Look, the queens killing the Medevacs was huge. Also, we don't speak Korean, but I'm sure this is
It
entertaining.
was big, but yeah. Like, Dream's like, what? You had no Banelings. That should have been mine. But Rogue actually got a very good surround.
Well, and plus he had the Carapace. He had +1 Carapace done, which is ginormous.
Dream had +1 attack, didn't he?
You know what? He probably did. I need to go back and look at the timings there, but
That was something.
this is the most chatting I've seen from players in a long time in Africa World. All right, so Dream's like, well, I didn't kill you. I lost all my Medevacs. Might as well take a third. See, now Rogue has a million Lings again. He's going to shut down the third. Ready for this?
I'm ready.
Yeah, third base in trouble. It's not enough Marines there.
No, it's not. You're right. Is Dream dead?
Yeah. Well, his third base is toast.
He's got a few more Marines coming in, but yeah.
Not enough.
As we saw before, apparently Lings are winning the old Lings versus Marines battle.
Oh, slow Banelings coming up. Oh, never mind. They have speed just now.
Yeah, okay, Rogue.
Widowmine, top of the ramp. Not firing on anything. But those...
Oh, the splits by Rogue!
Oh, that was disgusting.
That was so good.
Rogue. Oh.
That was dirty.
That might have been the best on-the-fly split I've ever seen.
That was so quick. Up a ramp. Splitting like a god.
Wow. Highlight of the day so far. That was amazing. I'm going to clip that one. We have clips on Afreeca?
Unfortunately not. Hopefully someday. Alright, 11 mutas are on the way for Rogue.
Because it's a ZVT?
Yes! And he seems to know that Dream's gonna be dropping here.
Oh, jeez. Goodbye, Medevac. Can't even unload because it's over nothing. Losing a full Medevac is like losing a limb in these games. It's just...
Yeah, it really is. It's just not looking good for Dream.
The overall, like, usefulness of, you know, 8 Marines and a Medevac is ginormous. And to lose it for nothing is just a punch in the gut.
He's got some Marines in this Medivac. Okay. I do like what Dream did. He went for a double CC play, saying like, okay, well, you're a good Zerg, so I'm not going to be able to move out on the map and attack you because of all your creeps, so I guess I'll get ready for the long haul.
Doing it! Because Widowmine escaped, too. Amazing.
Not for long, though.
No, fairly well.
Yeah, I really do like the double CC placement from Dream. And now, like, he's pretty much where he was at the start of the last game. Can't really attack Rogue because Rogue's got the map covered in creep. So just keep making Thor's mines and bio and hope...
Defend your face off. Yeah. Defend your face off. Don't let Rogue get that extra base on your side of the map. And you have a better chance at winning.
Because Rogue probably isn't going to make Broodlords to try and kill you.
Nope. He's just going to be sloppy and make trades that are trades, and he'll just have more resources because he has that extra base and he can afford to do it.
But if you can weather that storm, you have a chance. Look at this, though. Rogue's wasting no time going for the aggression, but look at all those Widowmine hits. That was not good for Rogue. There's a giant pile of ketchup on the ground.
And Thor's got some hits on the mutas. That was beautiful. And he saved the Thor, too.
That is just...
That was a dead Thor.
So many deadlings.
How many kills those Widowmines have?
Repeat, and Rogue does that. 100 more times, Dream
Widowmine
eventually wins.
It's a 16 kill Widowmine over there by that 4th base, by the way. It's pretty good.
Yeah, 16 kills is pretty darn good. Seeing as how Widowmine has got to kill, like, what, 4 lings to pay for itself?
Yeah, yeah, if it dies. Right.
Muta's coming into the main. Dream says, wait a second, I've seen this one before. I'm going to keep some Marines here.
I don't know if that's enough Marines. How many Mutas is that?
More than there is Marines, but Mutas are big scaredy cats.
Yes, no, they're terrifying. Absolutely.
They run away.
Yeah.
Alright, the Thors is helping zone out the Mutas.
This is a total repeat of game 2. This is just Rogue takes the whole map.
Yeah.
Creep spread. Dream cannot move out at all.
For the Terran, sitting back is rather easy to do up until you try and take the 5th base.
Right.
Trying to take the 5th base, it's like, okay, I gotta defend my main, my 3rd, my 4th, and my 5th against the Mutas and the Lings and the Banelings, which Rogue has just got so many at his disposal. And if we actually take a look, it looks like Rogue has got these units positioned that they might be trying to crash on in here. And yeah, Rogue is just so impatient. He's like, I'm gonna bust down this wall now. But okay, maybe not right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try and kill off these rocks at some point too to open up that attack path. We see Dream moving forward, cleaning up some creep. He does have to be careful not to, ooh, good Widowmine hit, move too many of his units, because otherwise he will just get, he'll just open up an attack path for Rogue to come back and hit him hard.
Yep.
And by the way, that is a lot of Mutas.
It is. That's pretty much what we saw in the last game. Ultralisk Cavern coming in, Adrenal Glands on the way, +3 attack for melee. Yeah, I mean, it's effectively a repeat here of game 2. A lot of Mutas, a lot of them died. Rogue kept making them. It didn't matter. He could afford it.
I like it.
Me too.
Just don't die, Dream. That's your condition in this game.
Yeah,
If
make
Rogue
good trades and don't die.
If Rogue refuses to make Broodlords, all you have to do is not die.
Which, easier said than done, but doable.
Yeah.
Is he actually engaging? He's trying. Jeez. Just you can't just unload on the creep, man.
Man, this Widowmine's this game. Holy cow.
Good unit.
They've been getting some good hits, that's for sure. Yeah, Dream is moving out on the map. Just looking to get some good trades, I guess.
Ow.
We got a drop to the right side. We have a Widowmine drop to the left side, but that didn't get many kills. Dream
Somehow.
should not be, like, full-on attacking right now.
No.
But he is.
But I don't know. I kind of support the idea.
I mean, yeah. Rogue's got 31 Banelings right now. He's making more.
That Baneling count keeps decreasing, and this hatch is now being sieged up directly by Dream, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, okay, Rogue decides to go for a counterattack, which is why he's not defending back at home. Dream isn't going to be able to save this PF. He's got Marines in his main base. He will, however, kill Rogue's base in exchange.
Two bases for one, not bad. But that's a lot of dead SCVs, man.
Yeah, watch this. Dream's pulled his Marines from his main to his 4th. Now Rogue's just going to go to the main. Classic.
Classic Mutalisk.
All right, Rogue's trying to make as many Banelings as he can, and he can make quite a few as he's still got a rather decent bank, and all he's really got to do is wipe this Terran army, and then he should be fine on his side of the map.
Oh, these poor Marines are like, do we really have to... You're sending us
there's
against
only
this?
4 of us, right?
Widowmine dead. Widowmine dead.
One did get a hit on the Mutas, softening him up, but we did see that most of the Terran army got wiped out on Rogue's side of the map, and if Dream can't regain control in his main base, he will actually just lose this game.
The Marine. Oh, a Mutalisk died.
Oh, the mines! The mines!
Ah! Okay, get out of there. He regained
Thor's
control of his
flying
main.
around. And I mean, Rogue did lose 2 bases during that. He's down to 67 drones.
But he did expand bottom right, Ninja.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He snuck that one. It's not doing anything. And that's not visible on the sensor tower, right? Can you see buildings on that?
No. But if he starts mining, it will be.
Yeah, it'll be totally visible. But he knows that because he can see where the sensor tower is.
Okay.
This is good. This is a good match.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
I love it. This happens to Dream quite a bit, which he'll just try and out-passive the Zerg. However, now there's Ultras in the mix for Rogue, which are pretty good at crashing the gates. Widow Mines, getting some good connections on the Banelings, but this is just a lot of Zerg. But a lot more Terran coming forward, too.
Ultra down.
The
Ultras
are gone.
Muta's a bit of a problem, but Thor Splash is awesome, and yeah, the Ultras are. Look how good the Ultras are against these Marines. Holy crap!
They just sliced like 5 Marines in one hit, and then 3 more waddle in.
The Thor's like, I don't know what to kill. I'm gonna prioritize the air target.
It was a noble attempt for Dream, but just the rate which Rogue remaxes and everything is so good.
He's just got this flock of injured Mutas just flying around doing stuff. Yeah, this base is toast.
Yeah, I think Dream's done.
Yo, yeah, 31 SCVs down.
High-sec auto tracking was finished up for Dream.
Oh, that'll be handy for the next 30 seconds of this game.
Yeah. It's that situation which the Zerg remax is quicker than the Terran, so even though the Terran took good trades and was in an alright position, that just... the Zerg just has too much. And GG gets called.